monitoring pressure, temperature, currents, and so on, and transmitting the readings to the surface, it is equipped with small television cameras. We plan to start the manned descent at sunset.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm bringing you another division video. Today's video is going to be focused on one of the newest classified gear sets that just released in this last global event. It was one of the first gear sets I was able to complete, and I'm really glad I'm able to bring this to you. This is one of the funnest gear sets I've used in a long time, just because of the type of survivability it has and the way you can still put out a lot of damage. But before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting my channel. And remember, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any questions, as always, use the comment section down below. That's enough talking. Let's get into the video. So the gear set I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is the 6-piece classified Nomad. This was the first set that I was able to complete. I'm kind of glad because I had enough time to use this set in PvP and PvE. So the first thing you're going to notice is my firearms is 6,661, my stamina is 6,522, and my electronics is 2,897. Now with this build, I really recommend you having around 6,000 stamina. Anything below, I feel that you don't get that kind of survivability that you would have if you have around 6,000 stamina. And having just around 6,000 firearms is plenty enough to put out enough DPS to drop people and be able to face tank them. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the gear set, and then we'll get into the weapons. If you don't know what the 6-piece Nomad does, we're going to talk about that right now. Set 2 bonus is going to give you 15% health on kill. Set 3 bonus gives you Nomad's Resolve, which grants a constant small amount of healing, allowing the user to regenerate all segments of health bar during combat. Set bonus 4 is Path of Nomad. When receiving fatal damage, you are instead healed to full health and can occur every 4 minutes. Set bonus 5 is Health on Kill. Improve Nomad's Resolve. Increase the amount of healing from Nomad Resolve. Nomad Resolve will now overheal. Now that is what is key with this build. The fact that you can have an overheal when you're just running around is really good, especially if you're PvPing and you have that overheal and someone is shooting you. They have to shoot your overheal before they even get into your health bar. That gives you enough time to fire back at them, shoot them, and as you saw in the video, I was able to face tank people. I was able to turn around and then kill them. And then set bonus 6, which makes this build Nomad's Luck. 50% chance to have no cooldown of the Path of Nomad. Take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after the Path of Nomad is triggered. I've had the Path of Nomad go off 3 times in a row. So imagine that when you're fighting somebody and they have to drop your health 3 times. That's why this build is so good. And when you're running around 6,000 stamina, you're that much more tanky. For the chest, it's rolled stamina. It has health, skill haste, and increased kill XP. For now, I don't really know what I want to roll for skill haste. I think I'm going to put exotic damage resilience, but I haven't really played with it enough. But for now, I'm just going to leave skill haste. I'm going to leave that one up for you guys to decide, but I really recommend you rolling health on this. And then for the minor attribute, you could roll ammo capacity instead of increased kill XP. For the mods, I'm running firearm mods with skill power and then firearm mods with health, just to give my heal just a little bit stronger and give me a little bit more health. For the mask, it's rolled firearms. Major attribute is critical hit chance, and minor attribute is 17% disorient resistance. I really recommend you running critical hit chance on your mask to maximize the critical hit chance that you have on this build. Since we are running a lot lower firearms than 1.8, I feel that running more critical hit chance on your build makes you hit a lot harder more often. For the mods, I'm running firearm mods with skill power. For the knee pads, the roll stamina, major attributes critical hit damage. I really recommend you running critical hit damage on here. You don't need to roll health on your gear pieces anymore, just because of the fact that we're stacking so much stamina in our main stats that I feel that your major attributes you should use for something else. So I'm choosing to stack as much critical hit chance and as much critical hit damage on my build. And then for the minor attributes, I have damage to elites, bleed resistance, and disorient resistance. For the mods, I'm running firearm mods with skill power, and I chose skill power again just so I can have a little bigger heal. And then for my performance mod, first aid self-heal. For the holster, it's roll critical hit chance. I really recommend if you want to put out as much damage as possible in PvP that you roll critical hit chance. Now, another attribute I really do like rolling on here is reload speed, just because I feel that the faster you reload, the faster you can get into battle. If you don't want to roll critical hit chance on here, I would roll reload speed. If I get another holster of the Nomad, I'll just have that one with reload speed on it. For the mods, I'm running a performance mod or a first aid self-heal. For the gloves, the rolled firearms, major attributes are critical hit damage, SMG damage, and critical hit chance. I'm trying to put out as much damage as possible with this build with just 6,600 firearms, so I feel that stacking as much critical hit chance and critical hit damage is key. So I'm going to keep repeating that so that way you guys can think about that. And we'll go over how much critical hit chance I'm running on this build and how much critical hit damage I am once we get into the character. For the backpack, it's rolled stamina, major attributes critical hit damage, minor attributes ammo capacity. Now if I had ammo capacity around my chest piece, on my minor attribute on my backpack I would put bleed resistance or burn resistance. The mods I'm running are firearm mods with skill power, and then performance mod with first aid self-heal. So for the weapons, my primary weapon I'm running is the MP5 ST. It has 23% critical hit chance, base damage is 18.9k, RPM is 800, mag size is 32. Talents I'm running are responsive, deadly, and competent. The mods I'm running are magazine size, critical hit chance, rate of fire, large optics with 18% critical hit damage, 6% headshot damage, and 2.5 critical hit chance. And then a suppressor with 7.5 critical hit chance, 6% headshot damage, and 4% critical hit damage. And the underbarrel has 19% critical hit damage. For my secondary, I'm running a lightweight M4. This has 24% enemy armor damage, 18,000 damage. It has responsive, deadly, and competent. The magazine I'm running is magazine size, critical hit chance, rate of fire. I'm running a large optics with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and headshot damage. I'm running a large muzzle with 18% critical hit damage, 6% headshot damage, 3% critical hit chance, and then an underbarrel with 31% reload speed. So if we go into my character, you're going to see my critical hit chance on my SMG is 50%, my critical hit damage is 115%. And that's why this build melts. The fact that I'm hitting my critical hit damage 50% of the time with this amount of firearms, with this amount of survivability is amazing. So if you guys try out this build, I really recommend you stacking as much critical hit chance as possible and then as much critical hit damage. Also, my headshot damage is 62%. My health on kill is 25%, and my skill haste is only 9%. And the fact is, I'm not running high electronics, so running skill haste isn't really recommended on this build. And I really don't need to worry about how fast my heals are coming back because of the survivability that this build already has. My max health is 325,000. My toughness is 477,000, and my armor mitigation is 31%. And that's because this build is not fully optimized. So for my skills, I'm running overdose, which heals me for 93,000. It comes back every 50 seconds. And that is the problem with running low electronics and low skill haste. But to make up for it, I'm running an immune box that I can use that comes back every 32 seconds. And I can drop this on the ground and explode it. It's going to give me a boost of health. Now doing this with a med kit in between, I should be perfectly fine with my heals. And I don't really have to worry about the fact that I only have a 50-second overdose heal. And then if I really want to be tanky, I'm going to be running recovery link anyway. And I have this as my backup plan if Nomad doesn't work. For the talents, I'm running Adrenaline. Medkit now gives you 7 seconds of immunity from status effects. Now this talent is key for fighting predators. The fact is predators bleed hits really hard and you need something to combat it. Medkits remove the bleed, and then now with Adrenaline on, it gives you that 7 seconds to fight back. If I'm in a group, I run Triage. Heal an ally with a skill to reduce skill cooldowns by 15%. Critical save, use medkits during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds, and then strike back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. Now this will help on the 50-second cooldown of my overdose. It's going to be a lot shorter with strike back on, so that's why I really recommend you running strike back when you're running this build. Now if I'm not running in a group, I'll remove Triage, and I'll either run steady hands or on the move. If I'm going to primarily be using SMGs, I won't really worry about steady hands because SMGs are so easy to control. I'll most likely use on the move because you kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage by 15% for 10 seconds. So that pretty much wraps up the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions on this build, remember, use the comment section down below. I've been playing with this build in PvP and PvE and tweaking the firearms, the stamina, the electronics. I've moved the electronics up, I've dropped the stamina down, I've moved the stamina up. So I play with all the settings and I feel like firearms around 6,000, stamina around 6,000, and electronics around 3,000 is your ideal for Nomads. So this is probably how I'm going to run my Nomads for a while until I keep playing with it a little bit more. I'm still trying to finish my build on Predators so that way I can do a little bit more testing in PvP and PvE. I really want to do as much testing as possible before I give you guys a build. I got Nomads really early on in the global event, so I was able to do a lot of testing on it, and that's why you guys saw me running it in Skirmish. I also ran it in the DZ, and I'm able to bring you this build. Hopefully next week sometime, I can bring you a build on Predators and Banshee. I don't want to give you a build that's half done. Hopefully I can finish those build videos soon. I just want to thank you guys all again for all the support you guys have been showing me. Remember, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. And if you have any questions at all, use the comment section down below. For now, guys, I need to get back to work. Nothing But Skills is out.
They've lost the lead. 10 kills to go. You got 5 kills left. Minutes until victory. You got this.